Some breaking news for you today. Private citizen Hunter Biden has been found guilty on 3 felonies. You know, it's really funny watching all the 2A people and the NRA remain silent today. And also the folks who support Kyle Rittenhouse who didn't care about the straw man purchase using federal stimulus money when he was an underage kid. They don't care about that. But this. So the 3 felony counts that Hunter faced were tied to the possession of a gun while using narcotics. So how many addicts and people that have been to prison and stuff like that do you know that own a firearm who shouldn't? I'm guessing 1 or 2. I love the wording of this article too. The trial was the first involving the offspring of a sitting president. This dude's 50-something years old. You guys are acting like Joe Biden can control what he does at this point. 2 of the counts carry a maximum prison sentence of 10 years, while the third has a maximum of 5 years. But under federal sentencing guidelines, he's probably going to be facing about a year in prison. So let me get this straight. President Joe Biden's Department of Justice just convicted his son of 3 felonies. The DOJ that he controls, the DOJ that he's using to go after his political opponent, just convicted his son. See how stupid you sound yet? Anyway, back to the prolific business fraud and felon that's actually running for president as we speak.
She does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
If I weren't happily married and, her father.
My
She
daughter,
is.
Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
By the way, your daughter,
She's beautiful.
can I say this? A piece of ass. She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
It's
She's tall.
unbelievable.
She's almost 6 feet.
Going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
So for any of you out there who aren't fathers to a daughter, the common response to somebody saying what Howard Stern said about his daughter would be to get up out of the chair and go over there and challenge Howard Stern to say it again, more to my face this time. Not sit there and agree and go, oh man, you're right. Check out the ass on that one. You're going to vote for that? But please, Hunter Biden, right? Biden's DOJ, am I right? Oh, and ABC News? This really is a horrible freaking article. So you guys are going to worry about this, but we're not going to talk about the golf trips. We're not going to talk about Melania's trips. We're not going to talk about the money that she got for her clothing. We're not going to talk about Trump or anything like that. We're going to sit there and point the finger at Jill Biden for showing up to her son's court to be there for her family. You know, the family that actually showed up, unlike Donald Trump, who couldn't get his kids or Melania to show up. He had to have elected officials come show up for him. Yeah, definitely not the same freaking thing. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this. While June is Pride Month, it's also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And something that those of us who deal with our mental health struggle with sometimes is addiction. So to go after this man the way you all have in public just shows how unchristian many of you are on the right side. I'm voting for Joe Biden in November. You know, the guy that doesn't control Hamas, the guy that doesn't control Netanyahu, and the guy who isn't responsible for what his adult children freaking do. But I'll tell you this, I have a hell of a lot more respect for the Bidens because at least Joe and Jill show up for him still and are more worried about his well-being than the facade that it puts on for the family. If anybody gave a shit about Don Jr., his ass would be in rehab right now. And that dude's clearly on narcotics. Like, phew. And how many guns does he own? Yeah, I rest my case.